Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, this is Man, and today we're going to be teaching you guys one of the most efficient farming strategies in Clash of Clans for Town Halls level 7 and up. I definitely recommend it Town Hall 8 and up though, just for the fact that Town Hall 7 might be having a little more hard of a time getting this Dark Elixir and finding good raids with level 4 troops. So, I'm going to split this up into 3 parts, which is basically the prep, you know, how much time it takes in the barracks, what your army comp should be, and basically describing that. Next, I'll be doing the army raids, how to raid and everything like that, and then the last thing I'll do is comparing it. So what we're going to do is first show you the army composition itself. It is the Barbarians, Archers, and Minions army comp, or the BAM as it's referred to. It's a really good little army strategy. It's basically just mass attacking a Zerg rush. It's pretty awesome. So basically what you're going to want are around 75, 75, 25. Right here I accidentally cooked up way too many archers and way too little barbarians. But usually I like to do 75 archers, 75 barbarians, and then 25 minions. It's real even, you know, you can kind of adjust it to however you like. Maybe you like more archers than barbarians, maybe you like more barbarians than archers. Just use it, you know, you don't have, that was just a little template or a little starting guide to how, you know, just for this strategy. So I'm going to show you what you're going to want to do in each barrack. So basically for 3 of the barracks to get 75 of each and then 25. This takes around 13 minutes to make in total. You're going to want 19 of each in 3 of the slots, 3 of the barracks, and then 18 in your 4th barrack. And then you do 13 minions and then 12 minions. If you don't have 2 dark barracks, get 2 dark barracks, you know, Town Hall level 8. Go Town Hall level 8. Whoop, whoop. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go on to some of the raids and what you're going to want to look for right here. So basically these are all the raids. I'll go ahead and pan over to there. Alright guys, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to show you the type of raids you're going to want to look for, the average raids, and then some really good raids you're going to want to look for as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this replay of this one right here. This is an average raid I'm going to be getting. You know, this is one that I get pretty much most of the time. And it's around 100k in each resources. Because you're pumping out so many troops so fast, you know, only 13 minutes, you don't need to have that high of standards. You can get, you know, about 100k in each and you should be fine. That means around every half hour you're getting around 300k resources. So that is a lot right there. That's about 600k every hour, and that's really efficient, really a really good little farming strategy. What I recommend doing is trying to find these collector bases where they have a lot more resources in their collectors. As you can see, this guy had quite a bit of resources in his collectors. I know I'm kind of stuttering right now, but he has a lot of resources in his collectors, and you're probably thinking those are hard to find, those kind of raids. But what I found at Town Hall level 8, around 1280 to 1350 in the trophy counts, you know, silver 1 and gold 3, you can find a lot of good collector raids right there. Town Hall 9, I was recommended by a guy who also uses this strategy around gold 1 and gold 2 is where he found some really good collector raids. And for Town Hall 10, just based off the assumption, I'm thinking around crystal 2 and crystal 1 for Town Hall 10. So this is a good strategy to use for, you know, those exploiting those good collector bases. They're really kind of easy to find once you do it. So the strategy is basically you send in your barbarians as you saw, and then you send in your archers. Your barbarians are going to be the meat shields. They're going to take all the hit points while your archers are back behind shooting over the walls and shooting over the defenses. After you get 1 or 2 of the air defenses out, or you get them close to done for, what I'd recommend doing is then sending in the minions to go and clean up and get all your resources in. The minions are going to be your 1 guys or your few guys that get you most of your resources, because you send them in after the storages. So as you can see, I got a 2-star right there. It's fairly easy to do, and it's a really easy strategy. I did use my clan castle troops because I wanted to try out a balloon. That's okay. You're not usually going to get 3-star raids or just these massive 400k raids just for the fact that it's not strong enough of an army. It's an army that's used to be fast and efficient. So let's go ahead and go on to another one of my raids, the really good raids I found. And this one, I'm pretty sure, hopefully it's still replayable. This one right here, where I got almost 400k resources in each. So that's not each, but almost 400 total k. So this is basically a collector raid. As you can see, his mines are chock full of stuff. He has 336k, and that's the beauty of this, is you can kind of place a lot of troops in certain areas and divisions. So as you can see, I'm placing down some barbarians and archers just to kind of pick off their collectors. This is a really good strategy to use if you find a good collector base, just for the fact that you can exploit a lot of troops into one certain area and they'll be alright. So I just went ahead, I noticed there wasn't really a good air defense nearby, so I just decided to put down some minions just to kind of get to those two collectors right there. I'm having a really hard time talking right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. I just basically put a ton of troops in the four corners. I see that there's at least 3 collectors right here, so I sent a lot of them in right there, and then I'm just gonna try to pick off any more collectors I can with the archers that I have left. So it's actually a really good little strategy to use. As you can see, I still got a 1-star, and I was able to get a lot of his resources from his collectors. So that's what you're gonna basically want to be going for, is good collector bases. I'm gonna go ahead and do a raid myself and show you how to do this. Alright guys, I am back, and let's go ahead and start raiding. So I am at 1325 trophies. It's a pretty good little trophy count. I actually went up a lot because, I don't know, somehow I won my whatever. And here's actually a really good base right to start off with. As you can see, it has really weak defenses. It's really easy to get into, and he probably doesn't have anything in his clan castle. So I assume I'm gonna go ahead and check this right here and see if he has a lot in his collectors. He doesn't seem to have too much. He does seem to have a little bit in it, but I'm gonna go ahead and attack from down here, just for the fact that there is one of his storages and there's 2 of his collectors down here. So I'm gonna go ahead, send in some barbarians just to kind of, you know, take some of the hits. Now I'm gonna have to use this a little differently, just for the fact that I cooked up a lot of archers. I'm not really used to this many archers. It's kind of weird. I just accidentally did this. I'm gonna send a few right here just to kind of take out his any collectors he has. I'm going for gold, as you guys obviously can see. We're gonna try to get rid. Oh no! All right, we're gonna try to get rid of his town hall, so we can then paint a pathway towards the big bad storages he has. So yeah, this isn't looking too hot. I think I should be able to get in once we get this good and done. Okay, so now time to send in all my barbarians. This is when you want to make a really big push right here. Once you get pretty much all of his defenses and storages out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead, send in my minions just to take everything out. He does have 2 good air defenses on me, but it's alright. I should be able to get in there. You know, you're gonna want to use heal spells too. That's really valuable for these. I'm gonna go ahead and send in my Barb King just to show you, just because I'm kind of losing this raid. It's not that bad of a raid. You know, I'm getting most of his resources, but still, I got around 100k in his resources, which is very good, very effective. I do like that personally. This was a really juicy little raid. It wasn't the best raid I could find, but it was the first raid. And one of the biggest things I recommend for you guys, I didn't even attack these collectors. That's my fault right there. But we'll be done with this raid. I got done. That's about 100k. It's an alright raid. You know, it's not amazing because I didn't get much of the elixir. But that is basically it right there. One of the main things you want to keep in concern is that you do want to take any opportunity you can. You know, I found that raid, and I decided to raid him. You don't have to. Don't be going for this big, massive, you know, 267k raid that I got. Go for the raids that are really little. So maybe your first raid, like I did, was only about 150k in each. Still, that's really good because you're going to be spending a lot of money looking for that. So you're trying to get in and get out. This is a really fast raid strategy. It is really good. If you can be a really good farmer with this strategy. Please give your testimonials down in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Please give me suggestions on what you want to see next in Clash of Clans. I'd like to, cater to all you guys, whether it be cool base designs, more farming strategies like I've been doing. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and later.